In the famous story Winnie the Pooh, some people say that characters stand for different mental illnesses. For example, we have ADHD, depression, narcissism, and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. The phrasal verb to stand for means to represent or symbolize something. So, for example, these symbols here represent or stand for alpha, beta, and sigma. This statue stands for liberty and freedom, which is why it's called the Statue of Liberty. No shit, Sherlock. Can you guess what this statue stands for? We'll come to that in a minute. What about the lion? What does the lion stand for? And what about a snake? What does a snake stand for? Or a rat? What does a rat stand for? Usually the lion stands for courage, nobility, royalty, and strength, like the Lion King. The snake stands for transformation and healing, which is why you often see it in some medical offices. But it can also stand for lies and deception. And what about the rat? Well, this is a tricky one because depending on where you live, a rat can stand for different things. Like in Latin America, it usually stands for a thief. In Europe and the US, a rat stands for somebody who is dishonest, somebody who snitches and tells the authorities. And in China, it may represent something completely different. What about this statue? What does it stand for? So let's break it down. The blindfold stands for being impartial, or literally not seeing things like race, age, or gender. The scales represent a kind of balance. So being objective and weighing the good and bad things about a person, the pros and the cons. And finally, the sword represents authority, authority and punishment. So put them together, and this symbol represents or stands for justice, the Lady Justice. So can you think of any other animal symbolism and what they might stand for in your culture? Let me know in the comments.